You are watching Business Heroine TV for the entrepreneur who says she will and does. Join the Business Heroine community today at businessheroinemagazine.com. And now, tune into the show.
Hi and welcome. I am Ann Perry, founder of Business Heroine, and I'm so glad you're here today because we are going to be talking with Jean Sullivan. Jean is a powerful holistic healer who specializes in Reiki and Primus activation healing technique, which we are going to learn all about. She provides her clients with relaxing, holistic energy healing sessions that leave her clients feeling as though they have had a massage of the soul. She's also a gifted and insightful intuitive, and she provides in-depth tarot card readings for her clients. And with over 20 years experience in the field of education, Jean creates and facilitates innovative and informative workshops and seminars. She loves working with clients who want to improve their physical and emotional health and are searching for balance in their lives and would like to strengthen the connection between their body, mind, and spirit. So Jean is meeting us today from Maine, in beautiful, snowy Maine. So welcome, Jean. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So let's jump right in. I would love to hear about your career. Tell us your story. How did you end up building a career in holistic energy medicine?
I have always been very intuitive from the time I was very, very little. And I spent many years in the field of education, which I very much enjoyed. But as I got more into the holistic healing part of it, having both Reiki and Primus sessions myself, I really, really enjoyed having them done because it's just so moving and so powerful, and it can be very life-changing. And so I debated whether or not I would like doing sessions for other people. So I went and was trained in Reiki. I'm a level 3 Reiki practitioner, and on the heels of that, a couple of years ago, I went and trained to be a Primus practitioner, and I fell in love with Primus. I have a lot of respect for Reiki. It really does a body and a mind really, really good. It does really wonderful things when you have physical issues going on and emotional issues as well. But Primus is just that and a little bit more, especially from the standpoint of an emotional issues going on. And I love how I feel when I do it. I love having the clients come in all stressed and leaving really, really relaxed and free of pain and a lot of the things that they came to see me for. So it's both are a wonderful modality.
I love it, and I want to hear more about it. But let's start with why is it important in general to receive energy medicine? Why is it important to receive energy healing?
Because it really strengthens the body-mind-soul connection. Reiki and Primus both do a wonderful job of just changing your mindset. If you want to lose weight, for example, you'd want to have a Primus or Reiki session to help you get into the right mindset, because we all know that diets don't work very well. And you need to really have it be a lifestyle change, and part of that is to have that lifestyle change include energy medicine, so you can make that change happen quicker and stronger and have you in a soulful place and also in a mindset place. And it's a lot of it has to do with intention, and if you intend to do whatever, lose weight or get more money or whatever it is, energy sessions really do a really nice job of helping you strongly facilitate that for yourself.
Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about, and I was just having a conversation the other week about how sometimes it's like you can know something logically, you can know something in your mind, like, yes, I need to do this, like, perfect example, losing weight. I know what I need to do, or I can read books on what to do, but when there's like an energy shift in your body and all of a sudden you are actually embodying something differently, or it's integrated into your cells in a different way, it's like you don't know until you know, and all of a sudden things are shifted and they're changed and you feel like a different person. That's my experience anyway.
Yes, and I would certainly agree with that, because when we are doing energy sessions with a client, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going in and I'm changing your energy field. I'm working with your chakras to get them spinning and uniform and round again, and I'm changing your energetic field using Primus so it matches both the Earth's electromagnetic field and yours, so you resonate together and you become what's called the Primus state. So it really infuses you with this really wonderful energy and just kind of takes the highs and the lows off life so you can be more successful at whatever it is that you want to do.
So juicy. Okay, so tell us more. What is Reiki and what is Primus activation healing technique?
Reiki is a Japanese energy healing technique that accesses your chi energy. It's been around for centuries, and I happen to be Usui trained. You can be trained in different modalities within Reiki. I happen to choose Usui, and it was brought over from Japan to the United States by a woman named Mrs. Takata. And she lived in Hawaii and kind of spread it all over the United States. And as a result of her going to Japan and being a Reiki master, other people were able to go to Japan and be Reiki masters too. So Reiki slowly went worldwide. Sorry. And so it's an energy modality that really goes where it needs to go within the body and make the adjustments that it needs to make. And it works really, really well with the endocrine system. It works really, really well if you have broken bones. It speeds up recovery from surgery. It speeds the recovery from broken bones. It does a plethora of things energetically that does the body really, really well. Now, Primus is also an energy modality that is very focused, very intentional, very, very powerful. A woman named Naisha Asian, who currently lives in Vermont, created this modality, and it incorporates the law of resonance and the law of physics. There's a whole bunch of physics stuff behind it that I won't bore you with. That goes with this. What she wanted to do was really put the science behind it. So when she brought it out to the public, she would be able to say, scientifically it does this, scientifically it does that. So there's a lot of physics behind it. And when you have a Primus session with me, one of my jobs is to raise you up to the Primus state so we resonate together. Because like I said, we work on the law of resonance. So I am connecting you to the earth and to the universal energy so you get the most out of the session and you connect with the Primus energy. So I am using that energy flow to get your energy to be clear and to be uniform. And like I said, it really takes the highs and lows off like life. For example, if you have depression or anxiety, it doesn't get rid of it, but it really takes much longer for you to react to what you would have been before. And it also does a really, really nice job of grounding you. It takes so much longer for you to react and I do the Primus meditation every day, and I still, I get flustered and I get angry, but it takes me so much longer. The threshold is so much higher than it would be if I had never done Primus. So it does, energetically, it does a really good job adjusting your energy, but that emotional factor is just amazing to me.
It sounds like the experience of receiving Primus is like a inner peace, a fullness.
Exactly.
And I totally get what you're saying about that reaction. It's like the fuse isn't so short, or it's just there's that inner peace, so that when something in our outside circumstances happens, we're just more balanced, and it's just an outside circumstance. Like, what's the big deal?
Exactly. And I can give you an example. I was on the interstate one day, and this person, I was approaching the toll booth, and there really wasn't enough room to pass me, cut me off, and go through the toll booth, but he did. And I thought, wow, he's in a real hurry, or she is in a really big hurry today. And that's all I thought. And I thought, I'm not angry, I'm not upset, I'm not using not so great words. I just thought, he's really busy today. Where before, I might have yelled or said something else. Not that that person would have heard me, but I would have felt better.
Right.
So yeah, it's just like, that person's is really busy, and I just let it go. And I noticed by doing Primus with myself that, like I said, I don't take the bait as much. I'm far more curious. I might lead with a question as opposed to something else. So yes, it does really a wonderful job of, like I said, taking the highs and lows off life and really evening you out and balancing you out and grounding you as well. It's a big factor with Primus too.
Yeah. And I don't know if you and I have talked about this, but I actually used to have an energy healing practice years ago, and I'm totally rusty and out of practice, but I remember doing a session, and the session I was doing was for a physical reason. The person came to me for a physical thing. But the next time she came back to me, she's like, I don't know what happened in the last session, but I feel a lot less angry. Like my road rage is gone. So it's like exactly what, yeah, I'm like, interesting. I was totally just in the inquiry of it. I'm like, really? Because, I mean, energy healing is so amazing. It's kind of mysterious. It's sort of like we can understand it as much as we can, but there's something about it that's bigger than ourselves. But we can really resonate with it because we experience the changes in our bodies. And I know for myself, the first time I ever experienced an energy healing session, when I got off the table, I felt like I was 10 pounds lighter. And like really, and then I went and looked in the mirror and I was like, I look 10 pounds lighter. It was very strange. It was very cool. I got hooked. Yeah, immediately.
It's interesting that you say that, because I had a client tell me the same thing not too long ago. She had some really heavy, dense energy that I removed from her. And the next day I happened to see her and she said, I feel so much lighter. She didn't weigh herself, but she said, I feel so much lighter, like I had lost weight. And then I said, well, you kind of did.
Yeah, exactly. So, isn't that interesting? It's like the energy actually weighs us down physically, or feels that way at least.
Yes.
So, as I'm listening to you, of course, I'm hearing this through the ears of an entrepreneur because I am a geek about business and it's all I think about. But no, it's not all I think about, but I think about it a lot. And I'm thinking that, there's so many women entrepreneurs who are really working on their self-care, working really hard, working themselves into the ground sometimes. I know I was there not too long ago, and it feels like getting regular energy healing sessions would just be an amazing source of self-care. And in a parallel way to what you mentioned about depression and anxiety, the sort of workaholic tendencies, I'm just kind of speculating here, but I have a feeling those might it might create some relaxation around that energy as well. That kind of like, I need to make this happen. So I need to work so much and, work 24 hours a day. What is your perspective on that for entrepreneurs, energy healing and entrepreneurship?
I totally agree. Energy work really takes that frenetic energy that we all get caught up in and just decreases it so much. So if you are busy and you don't think you have the time, that's the best time to have an energy session, because it really, if nothing else, it makes you pause for 45 minutes up to an hour or an hour and a half. And you are infused with this wonderful energy that really balances you out again. So you can then go do that business meeting, or you can go have that discussion with your boss, or whatever it is that you want to do if you're an entrepreneur or you're the boss. But, it really does, it's very invigorating and relaxing at the time, and will reset your energy so you have even more energy to be able to do the things that you want to do from a business standpoint and a personal standpoint too. But it even though it relaxes you, it gives you even more energy to go do the things that you want to do. And as we both know, owning your own business can be at times a lot of work. So yeah, and it can be stressful, and it can be all those things. So yes, from an entrepreneur standpoint, it's a wonderful habit to get into, to have, and like you said, you certainly need more than one session most of the time, because lots of people have never had energy before, and they get up off the table and they're like, yeah, that's really, really nice, which it is. And you want to be able to continue that so you always feel good, balanced, grounded, and centered, and have that connection, that mind, body, soul connection. So yes, having more sessions, more than one session would be a really good thing to have happen.
Yeah, we don't just brush our teeth once and be like, I'm good forever.
That's right. And we don't go to the doctor just once.
Right.
We go to the doctor when we don't feel good or whatever. So this is kind of the same thing. You want to maintain, and chances are, if you have energy sessions in a regular basis, you won't have to go to the doctor quite so often.
Yes, absolutely. And I love what you said about it relaxes you and energizes you at the same time. It's that pure, true, invigorating vitality energy, not the kind of caffeine buzz, frantic, stressy energy. That's
right.
important, really important.
Yes.
Because when you're in this... Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, and it lasts longer than that cup of coffee. It can last for days.
Yes. Yes, and when we're in the space of wanting to create and manifest our desires and, just from the sake of creation and the law of attraction, if you think about it from that perspective, it doesn't work to create something wonderful and magical when the energy that's creating it is a stressed out, burnt out energy.
Exactly. Exactly.
So tell us about... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the experts on that say that when you are blocked with fear or anxiety or whatever, or stress, it takes longer for the good positive manifestation energy to get where it needs to go. So if you can eliminate the stress and the worry and the anxiety, it certainly helps you feel better, and it also helps that manifestation process happen so much quicker.
Well, I love it. And from a financial perspective, I see the instant return on investment. We're losing money if we're not taking care of our energy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us about... Actually, I have two questions. I want to ask you about tarot, but I'm also curious, do you work on people remotely, or do you need to work on people in person locally in Maine where you live?
Oh, no, I can work on people distance. It really is a wonderful, both Reiki and Primus are a really wonderful modality and work really, really well from a distance. I don't need to be in the room. I do ask that you do a quiet activity and not watch TV, but I can come in energetically from a distance and work on you for the designated amount of time, and then I kind of step away. And what's really interesting is that you can feel me come in, work on you, and you can feel me leave. It's really, really amazing.
That's super amazing. I love it. So tell us about tarot and the intuitive work that you do.
Reading tarot intuitively is very, very exciting. I incorporate the tarot as a tool for me to start channeling. Because what I really do is I channel information from the other side, and very intuitively. And I do what's called a Celtic cross, usually. It's just a tarot spread. I use that, like I said, to get going. And I do follow the pattern to it, especially the wheel part of it. This Celtic cross, the beginning of it kind of looks like a wheel, and then you kind of go up a straight line. By the time I get over to the straight line, I'm not really following the tarot rules to the Celtic cross. By then, I'm really, really channeling, and I do tell the story that the tarot tells, but I'm also incorporating a lot of intuitive information, a lot of channeling information, because the card might present itself like, I'm trying to think. Like the Two of Cups can be business or it can be personal, and that just means the Two of Cups is you're having some kind of relationship. So that's the story of the Two of Cups really briefly, but then I give you all kinds of different information that would come into it too, like it might incorporate your past, it might incorporate your future, and I can tell you, far more than just the Two of Cups story because I'm channeling and I'm using my intuitive abilities as well.
And so for intuitive readings and the energy work, what is the recommendation? What is your recommendation for integrating those into your life and business? And I guess another way to put that is, what do your clients utilize the intuitive readings for in their life? What do they tend to come to you for? Or what's possible for them?
What's possible for them is to get clarity, especially if you're in business yourself. You get a stage of where you're coming from, like your recent past, what's on the plate right now, and what's on the horizon, and what the possibilities are that could be happening. If you're going for a business loan, what does it look like? If you're just starting out, what does it look like? What do I need to do to move from just starting to more the middle part of the process? Mm-hmm. It does really the tarot piece of it really does answer a lot of questions that you have, and it does a really nice job of confirming things that you already are thinking about or you might know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's like I have a feeling it could help shed light on areas where maybe that's a little stuck spot, or that's a little lever that if you move that lever, you'll just unlock a lot more possibilities, so you can take yourself from the stage that you're at in business to the next stage. Like, what are those blocks in the way, and what can I do to move through those if I choose to?
Exactly. And that's another good way for why you should get energy work done too, because those blocks are quite often emotional blocks. Mm-hmm. And if we can, as energy workers, go in and change and move and remove those blocks, you can then move ahead further faster.
Yeah.
Because those blocks aren't there anymore to get you hung up.
Well, I am so excited. I love it. I'm so glad that you do this work in the world, because it is it's really life-changing and business-changing, and when we can really be our best selves, and we can create what we are drawn to create through business and through entrepreneurship, that's how we impact the world. So getting unstuck and clearing our energy and keeping ourselves on the beam is so important on a massive level. So first of all, thank you for doing what you do.
Well, thank you, and you're welcome.
And tell us how we can get some more of you. I know that you made a very special offer for the Business Heroines tuning in, and I'm sure everyone's ready to jump in. So tell us what we can do.
You can contact me at my website, which is heartfeltenergies.com.
Great.
And the offer that I'm offering today for the Business Heroine is to have a free 15-minute consultation with me, so we can get to know each other and decide what plan we need to come together to move ahead. And I'm also offering an hour session, and you get $15 off that hour session.
Awesome. And that's either energy healing or tarot, our choice?
That's correct.
Awesome.
Yep, energy, tarot, or both.
Or both. Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I'm excited. Sounds great. Any last words of advice for the business heroines tuning in when it comes to energy and intuition?
Just do it. It's for me as an entrepreneur. I too, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that has really struggled with fear and can I do this? And there's a quote that I use all the time that feel the fear and do it anyway, which I highly suggest. Just do it. Just do it. I spent many years in education, and it was fun and it was great and it was exciting, and I really, really loved working with the kids, but I wasn't really happy. So do what makes you happy, because the universe will be so happy that you're happy that the universe will so much more bestow so many more things on you, and just things you can't even imagine. So my suggestion would be, feel the fear and do it anyway, and just do it.
Yeah, and I will add, get the support you need to help you move through that fear, which includes take care of your energy and allow people out there like Jean who are facilitating clearing those blocks and clearing your energy, allow them to bestow that on you and receive it.
Yes, I would so agree with that, because you will feel so much better from a physical standpoint, an emotional standpoint, and a spiritual standpoint as well.
Yay! Thank you so much, Jean. I really loved this conversation and loved spending this time with you. Thank you for checking in with us from beautiful Maine.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. I so enjoyed this conversation as well. It was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally. And thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye.
You have been watching Business Heroine TV for the entrepreneur who says she will and does. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out what's new at businessheroinemagazine.com today.